Drone photography and videography has really taken off in recent years, so in this video I'm going to share with you some quick tips that can help you get the best out of your drone when taking pictures from the skies above. The first thing you'll want to do is make sure your firmware is totally up to date on your drone controller or smartphone if you're using an app instead. In our case, we downloaded and installed the DJI Go 4 app, which is compatible with the DJI Spark we were using. Some drones have a manual mode that allow you to adjust key exposure parameters like the ISO and shutter speed, just like with a DSLR or mirrorless creative camera. It's also worth going into the settings to see if you can set the picture quality to RAW for better image quality, or the video output to Full HD or 4K. Before flying, make sure you inspect your drone and replace any damaged rotors and clean the camera lens with a microfiber cloth. Make sure you're 50 meters away from buildings, people and vehicles, and 1 kilometer away from airports and airfields. Be sure to check the weather forecast, as you should avoid flying in adverse conditions such as rain, fog, snow and strong winds too. The hour immediately after sunset and before sunrise is namely called the golden hour and will bathe your landscapes in a photogenic wash of warm golden tones. Shoot towards the sun in this hour to capture extra flare from this uniquely high perspective. This also brings me to my next tip, which is to implement photography fundamentals. The rule of thirds is a key photographic compositional technique where you divide the frame up into 9 equal boxes and place your focal point on one of the lines or intersecting lines to make the framing a bit more eye-catching. It's just as useful when you're taking your stills from the sky. My next tip is to get to grips with any special modes that your drone might have. The DJI Spark has modes like gesture control that allows you to fly the drone with your hands, a panoramic mode that can stitch 21 images together to create a 180-degree field of view, and a target tracking mode like the one pictured here. So it's well worth reading through your drone manual and getting to grips with these unique features. My final tip is to invest in some spare batteries. Your flight time is likely to be around 10 to 20 minutes long with consumer level drones, as it takes a lot of power to keep them in the air, especially if they're recording video at the same time. So make sure you have multiple spare batteries and keep them fully charged before a shoot, so that if one runs out, you can swap it over for a fresh one and keep shooting. So those are my quick tips to get started with drone photography. Get stuck in, fly safely, and I'll see you next time.